Hello, my name is Valdias, and today we're going to be discussing the viability of a competitive scene for the PC version of Call of Duty Black Ops 4. To start things off on this convoluted subject, we have to ask ourselves, why wouldn't there be a competitive scene for the PC? There are a couple reasons for this. One, the developers announced that the sponsored esports leagues that pertain to Black Ops 4 will only be on console, as well as the size of the community for the Call of Duty on PC has been notoriously low since the release of Modern Warfare 3, and the major lack in LAN events for Call of Duty on the PC is the falling consequence of all this. So why would Black Ops 4 be different? The timing is a large factor that needs to be considered when talking about the possibility of a PC COD esport. Right now I feel as though we are finally coming down from the questionable craze that existed over the game Fortnite. What does Fortnite have anything to do with Black Ops 4, Val? You may ask. The reason Fortnite could be a massive contribution to the success, or at least the early inception of a PC scene, is because it showed so many people that all the advantages of playing on the PC makes the balance of cross-platform play naturally unfair. This brought a lot of people over to the PC platform, and an important note to realize here is not everybody plays Fortnite is particularly interested in the Battle Royale aspect of the game, but more so the quick combat and the split-second decision-making that is also provided in the gameplay. A lot of players are fleeing from the game in search of something less forgiving and more competitive, and this all ties into how personally I believe that the player counts on PC will be much higher than what we're used to seeing since the release of Modern Warfare 3 for the PC, and the calling for a more serious community-driven competitive scene. So far now, in the time that I've played Black Ops 4, I have seen tremendous numbers compared to any other Call of Duty on the PC platform, which is exciting to me as someone who only plays first-person shooters. So if the numbers are there, and the stats are there, and the organizations are there and ready to jump into this esports scene, how could Black Ops 4 have a competitive scene if the developers aren't willing to support it for the PC? Well, a few months ago, I was involved in the competitive scene for a free-to-play FPS called Iron Sight, and the game had a consistent competitive scene for almost a year that ran completely through only Discord and a couple third-party sites. And the game was able to have weekly tournaments with prize pools, and there were leagues for the North American and European regions that would compete weekly to make it to the grand finals that was then streamed by the developers. Iron Sight now supports the competitive scene after the players requested support and stood their course. They did not move. When we were denied support for the competitive scene because of their other company focuses, whether that be microtransactions, which I don't think it was for Iron Sight. I think a lot of it was changing the netcode to TCP or UDP or something like that. That's unimportant. I'm getting sidetracked here. So Iron Sight developers, now that they support the competitive scene, I don't see a reason that a AAA title with a much larger player base and a lot more backing couldn't replicate or even improve upon the approach that the Iron Sight developers took, as well as the players. And now, this doesn't go without saying that there is actually a competitive scene live right now. If you hop on game battles, you can enroll in 1v1s, 2v2s, all the way up to 6v6s. And there are a couple of Discords throwing some tourneys with prize pools, and I will have links in the descriptions for those, because there are a couple. I just wanted to thank you guys personally for watching my video. I would love to know what you guys are thinking, not just in some cliche way like, oh, leave a comment so my videos seem interactive. I'm actually genuinely interested in your opinions and thoughts on this subject. And let's work together to get this competitive scene off the ground and make it something to be taken seriously, because right now I feel as though maybe it's not being taken seriously, and we've never seen these numbers with this much force and momentum going into a competitive scene for a game in a very long time. Thank you guys for watching, and if you haven't yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be posting videos here pretty soon of a clip collection or maybe whole game matches recorded from the competitive scene and playing those competitive games with those rule sets, so people get more of an idea and visualization of how those matches kind of go down, and if people are going to be interested in that. And that's all plans for the future, which there are more than just that. There are a couple other creators as well on the channel that are interested in doing kind of the same thing. So I hope you guys stick around, stay tuned, and you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.